Hey everybody, Rosematter here, and welcome to the beginning of my reaction and discussion for season 2 of Made in Abyss. Last week I watched the Made in Abyss movie Dawn of the Deep Soul, and I'm really glad I did because there was a lot of stuff that I would probably be confused about going into the second season if I had not watched the movie. So we actually got to meet uh, Bone Daddy, as I'm gonna call him from now on, apparently. So we learned more about him, his, like we saw little snippets here and there of just what kind of dude he is, and we got a real good glimpse into like his way of thinking, his experiments. We got to meet his daughter Prushka. It did not end well for her, so we are ending with like the video or the movie ended with Prushka becoming a white whistle, specifically Riko's white whistle. So she now has one, and because of this, she can now descend further into the abyss. So that is where the movie left off, with Reg and Nanachi and Riko going into the next layer, into the sixth layer, I believe. And that is where it seems like we are going to be picking up with the second season. So I'm going to be watching episodes 1 and 2 of this today. I'm excited to get back into the regular show. And you guys have said in the comments, like, oh man, you thought like season 1 was bad, the movie was bad. It's just going to continue on with season 2 with just horrifying things. So I am excited for it. So without further ado, let's get into it, and I will give you guys my thoughts afterwards. Wait, wait, who are you? Okay, we're immediately starting. I'm like, new character. Okay, wow. Oh, oh, oh. Oh no. Well, wow, this is. Hmm. That was not a. What, like. Oof. Based on the visuals there, I'm like, and not implying anything good happened there. Wow, they're starting strong here with the ick. Oh, Jesus. Wow, okay. Whew. They are not playing right from the beginning here. Okay. All right, so we're learning about like outside of the abyss. I guess it's true. I mean, yeah, there's got to be a world outside of the abyss. It's just one part of the world. The Golden City inside the giant. So that's the thing, I guess, that apparently is at the very bottom. Jeez. Well, well, well. Oh. So I wonder if this is a character who will eventually be met by our gang. And with a cute animal, of course. All these characters have to have their little cute animals, don't they? Oh no, no, no. Are you gonna just kill that little thing? You are. Why do all these kids have to have such like horrible, horrible things happen to them? Ugh, gross. I do not like vomits, even cartoon vomits. Ugh. So I guess are they on their way to finding the abyss? This is all well and good, but like I want to see Riko and Reg and Nanachi. Ugh. Ugh. No, I hate this. I don't like that the beginning of this is just a vomiting. No, thank you. Man, they're throwing a lot of information at me here. Whole new characters, new concepts. What happened to that asshole that was doing horrible things to this girl? Oh, hopefully he's dead. Now, that's an interesting looking character. I wonder if this whole first episode is just going to be introducing all these new people. Oh, I mean, implying that that guy branded her. I mean, this guy obviously seems like he's got some sort of birthmark or a scar or something himself, but it's a cool scar. Oh. Dude's a smooth talker. I'm almost like, have I picked the have I picked the right show? Like I know it's done in the same style and everything, but I'm like, because these are all new characters, they talked about the abyss basically. I'm just like, hopefully this isn't some spin-off. I just want to see my main gang to make sure that I'm watching the right thing here. I mean, I'm down for new characters. Like it seems like almost every new character they introduce is one that I like, or I don't like, but I'm not meant to like them necessarily. All right, the golden city of the scorching sun. I wonder if these are like the very first people that set up around the abyss. Like this is the backstory of how like that city came to be. Because it looks pretty, I don't know. I said it's very solitary. So you wonder how those people found it in the first place. Okay, so yep, that's the abyss before they made the city. So I guess these are the people that like that started everything. The compass pointed to the darkness. Oh shit, so there's okay, so this place was inhabited before they showed up. Interesting. So this is interesting. So it's like unlike season one where you just like the like it just drops you into this world without really giving you much information. You slowly learn about like the culture, about the world, about the abyss, the children, how everything works. With this one, it's like we have that information, and now with season two, it seems like we're going and seeing how everything was created, how the city was formed. I guess the cave raiders. And that's interesting too because she's got, I guess, what seems to be it's going to be like an artifact right before they've even found the abyss. You assume that's where it came from. All right, this will be interesting to see like the way back. I wonder how long ago this was. I imagine quite a while ago. And now we've got once again a cute little character like Nanachi, who might end up like becoming part of the group. Hmm. Baby impossible. So does it seem like the people who live around here have been exiled to this area? Like nobody wants to be around the pit? Huh. I feel it's funny. I feel just as confused as I do. Ugh. Don't say that. With the first like episode of the first season, I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Maybe we can also learn about the whole thing about like the whistles and uh, how all like, because it seems people here who live here are kind of like primitive, and it's just like they created this whole thing about cave raiders and the whole thing about the whistles and like this hierarchy system. All right, so they're gonna see the. All right, so they're gonna see like the effects of exploring around the pit, around the abyss. The curse, and this is where like we learn more about the curse of the abyss. This guy seems like very cool with everything. It's it's bad that like this show has taught me to not trust all the adults. He seems really cool, but hopefully he won't turn on them. The Suicide Squad that were sent to find the city. Okay. All right, so they're like the first cave raiders, explorers, other than the people who were here in the first place. That's got to be wild. It's like just to find all these things, to be the first, really, among the first, and not know what you're getting into. And you just have to, like, you don't have these, like, Riko has all of these notes and books that she can. Ah, speaking of Riko, there she is. Yes, I was like, okay. I like that. I like that it kind of did, like, that backstory about, like, how all this stuff started. Nanachi! Oh. I'm so happy. So happy to see them again. But yeah, that was cool. I like that they kind of like, rather than have them jump in right here, we learned a little bit more about way back when. Oh, he's got his arm back. Good. I'm glad. I was worried that they were going to not be able to attach it back for a while. I still can't believe they let him live after all that. I guess that was Nanachi learning to forgive in a way. Maybe, maybe Nanachi's just like he's not worth it. It's just crazy to think that this happened right after the events of the movie and that they're in relatively good spirits after all the stuff that has happened. Right? And also, they're really taking really quick to the fact that their new friend is now dead and is now a whistle around her neck. Oh, I guess as you get further down, you get some really creepy. It's like when you go down to the ocean in our world. The fish and everything just get weirder and weirder looking. Sea of corpses. Of course she did. Riko's just been so optimistic this whole time. Um, I mean, the things that you don't think about. Well, that's a great thing to say to Riko right before she's gotta go. Reg, hopefully it's not because Reg secretly wants to see it. Oh, that is awkward. Man, oh man. There are some weird moments in this show. That looks quite pretty in comparison to the Sea of Corpses. It's bright at least. All right. All right, now we got the flashback again. The capital of the unreturned. Okay, that felt like that went by so fast. There wasn't even like a an intro song or an opening thing. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I guess it's just like for the first part, they need to kind of lay out a lot of information. And there was like all that stuff about these new characters whose names I will probably not remember. I'm wondering if this like season is going to do that where they're going to flash back between like the present with Riko's group and then with this girl and her group in the past. But either way, that whole thing about like, we made it to the golden I want to say the golden land, the golden city, and we can never return again, which that's a little bit foreboding. Okay, so it does seem like they're going to be doing this. Oh, okay, never mind. I was like, are we going to get that flashback like we did with the first episode? Maybe we still will. Not something we can handle. Well, immediately. Man, oh man, Riko is very lucky to have Reg there. Just takes a couple of steps and then just dies. And she's not even concerned about the fact that she could have just game over right from the beginning. I wonder if they'll find remnants of that group from the olden days. Hey, there we go. Because I was like, the first episode didn't have. I was like, I always like whenever we get to do a new season, get to see like a new opening and closing thing. Oh, they are doing that. I like that. That is pretty. So that's going to be a definite thing that's going to be happening in this season. So I guess I'll have to learn some new character names. They're not just going to be one-off characters that we only see from the first episode. I do like it. I like that you see like there are two groups and then they have like kind of a similar journey, I guess. Oh, okay, interesting. Who knows? Maybe those people still exist down here. Maybe she'll come across them, or I said, maybe it'll just be a matter of like she'll just find remnants of their stuff. Maybe find notebooks. Maybe even find that compass thing. Capital of the Unreturned. Actually, the thing that Riko had way back, that compass thing that she ended up losing, that wasn't the same thing that that girl had, was it? Let's hope the next white whistle they meet is going to be a little bit nicer to them. Seems like the lower down you go, the more crazy they get. Whoa, that is badass. Damn, that is cool looking. Well, that's no good. Very cool looking, though. Not nearly as cool looking. Oh, Reg. Like, can we eat it? Aw, I feel bad for them. It's just like, let's just go take their babies, but I mean, I guess you do what you gotta do to survive. Man, she is brave. Just like, has never, doesn't know how it's gonna go, be like, let's do it. Well, shit. Just another thing they have to worry about. Even a nice looking place like this is just like, oh yeah, there's hellfire and also poison gas. And yet she's still just like, that was really cool, right? Exactly. Like, we almost died. But I got food, so it's all okay. I wonder if it's just going to be super gross. They did say that the eggs were pretty tasty. Oh, I could not. I could not. There's like certain things, right? What is the. It's a certain. What is the. What's the word where it's like a partially formed, like chicken fetus still in the egg? I could not. I know that's a delicacy, and I'm like, nope, 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 nope. I'm such a baby when it comes to stuff like that. I am not that brave. Ugh, the sound effects too. Ugh. In some places, I'm sure that would be a delicacy. I think it's Baloots. I was thinking about that. I think that's the name. I was like, can't do it. Riko eggs. Oh no, thank you. Oh, it's like eating like octopus or like, ugh, no. She's like, this is the best thing ever. This is amazing. Aw. Nanachi's still getting used to eating actually good food, right? Oh, I wonder if we're gonna get to go back to the orphanage and see how everybody's doing there. Oh, so angry looking. Oh, well, I mean, Riko knows that, but that's still gotta hurt to hear said out loud. I wonder if Nanachi's also doing that to kind of keep themselves like a secret because they are, you know, definitely an anomaly. And nope. Oh. Maybe it'll go up to the that's kind of sad. Oh, that's very sad actually. Oh, it just makes me think of like a video I saw of like somebody who released, I think it was like some sort of a dolphin or something or a penguin, something back into like the wild after rehabilitating, and then it just immediately got eaten by something else, just like womp womp. And also that thing was creepy. Oh no, he's definitely gonna be getting a little, a little something something from that. Oh, what's this? I wonder if that thing was watching them and left that there. Yep. So it's like crossing off. Oh. Oh no. What is that? So it's like upside down. Get up, down, side by, and then the cross of like Nanachi's like gonna get eliminated or something? It is a really pretty, you know, other than all the things like that, hellfire and stuff and the poison gas, it's a much nicer looking level than the previous one. The interesting with that thing that was watching them, it always seems like every level they go down, there's somebody or something that's watching over them, antagonizing them, just being a bother. Interesting. We got someone else doing experiments down here? Like, what's going on? The worst pinata ever. Ugh. Oh, Jesus. I wonder if he has like a memory of something like that. Oh. Oh, shit. So they came in and plucked their hair? That's really creepy. And they had no idea. That's disturbing. It's like, and you know that the person left that for them there to find on purpose. Yeah, big. Holy cow. Yeah, that looks a little. It's kind of cool looking and pretty, but creepy at the same time. Oh, that was the thing that was on the paper. I made it. It looked like to me like an upside down person. I thought there was some sort of like code for something. And the fact that like Nanachi was had the little thing crossed out on them. Probably the episode's probably going to end right before we actually get to see whatever this thing is. Oh, is that little girl? That little girl that was in the flashback. That would be crazy if those people still live down here. Maybe it's a whole bunch of them. That'd be crazy if they were all still down here, living down here. And then they all meet up. And either become enemies or besties. What's that thing? What is it? It's like men. Oh, I should remember that little thing's name. It'd be crazy if those were the body parts of those people that we saw, like that group of the first explorers. Oh, hmm. Well, in the opening, they did have Riko is seeming to be quite chummy with these little creatures, so maybe they're not aggressive. Weird. So it's almost talking in the same language as the first people that were here. Maybe they've been turned into stuff. Oh, it can speak English or Japanese. That's interesting because there's like Bone Druid who turns kids into like those hollows. But what are these things? It almost looks like robotic. I don't know what to make of this thing, these creatures. Humans cannot return from this area and maintain their human form. Oh, okay. So yes, they are the previous, and implying that that's what they're going to become as well, which is freaky. So this is like, this is what you were probably going to become. So that probably is what those first, like we saw the flashback. So I wonder if in future episodes we're going to get to see those people slowly turn into these creatures. That's interesting though. Like what's with all of the body parts hanging? What's going on there? I know it's been implied throughout about like how the further down you go into the abyss, you can't keep your human form. You like no longer basically can be human. So that's interesting. Does not bode well for Riko's mom as well. All right, so that will do it for episodes 1 and 2 of the second season. And it really did give me kind of the first season vibes with the first few episodes where I did feel like I was behind a little bit. Like I'm kind of learning things along with the characters, and especially with this layer being so new to everybody, including Riko. Like she doesn't even really have much information to go on, unlike previous layers where there was all sorts of information in her little notes and stuff. So she knew what to expect. But this one, it's all kind of new. So I feel like I'm learning things and I'm discovering along with them. And I really like what they are doing rather than just focusing on our main trio. They have introduced a whole group of characters whose names I do not remember. Hopefully they will be doing more flashbacks and I will learn their names. So we were introduced to a girl who is one of the, I've already forgotten, she's one of the 3, oh, what was it? But anyway, so she had a compass that led them to the abyss in the first place, and it seems like they were the ones who kind of set up that area perhaps, or they were the first of like a group of new people who found this place, and then there were people who were living in the abyss or around the abyss that kind of like showed them how to traverse it, and they had to learn all of the different levels and how the abyss works and all of the symptoms and everything. So it's nice to kind of see another group like way back when discover this place, and then you flash forward to Riko and her group. So, and even in like that opening, which was really well done, by the way, I really liked that opening. I thought the quality was really good. It feels like they kind of took it up a notch. It almost feels like, not to say that the first season wasn't beautiful, but the movie was like so well done, and it felt like the animation quality was even better, and it felt like they kind of brought it into this second season, especially like that creature, that dragging looking creature, that creature we saw at the end. I don't know, it just felt like the quality is just even better. But yeah, it's a beautiful area that they're discovering, this whole thing with this golden city. And it was a little creepy when they had that whole thing about like this creature that's watching them, that took hair from them while they slept, left that note. But then when you actually get to where all these creatures are, they don't seem like they're very hostile. It almost seemed like they were trying to lead them to this area. And I guess the implication might be that these creatures here were like previous cave raiders, maybe even the ones that we see in these flashbacks. And like they said at the end, the humans cannot stay humans the further down you go into the abyss. So it should be interesting to see like what's going to happen to our group with that, especially because they want, I assume that they wanted to send even further. And what does that say about Riko's mom? All of that stuff. It's a lot of new information given to us, and I'm still feel a little jumbled, to be honest. It's a lot to take in. And this is how I felt with the first season as well. Like the first couple of episodes were pretty good, but once I felt like about episode 4, 5, once they start actually getting into the abyss, that's where things really start to pick up. And I imagine that is going to happen with this one too. It's a little bit of a slow start. They had a lot of information that they had to introduce to the viewers. And once we get that out of the way, then I feel like things can really progress. But I didn't even mention like the very opening with that little girl. Just the horrible implications with that disgusting guy. The gore. Um, like right off the bat, they did not they did not play around. So they are definitely bringing that kind of disturbing material from the previous the movie, the show, the first season, and they're bringing it into the second one. But for the most part, it's been pretty light so far, and I think it is going to be not super disturbing for the first little bit, and then it's really going to get into some dark stuff. It seems like I imagine that the process of these creatures maybe turning into from human to creatures probably not pleasant. But that's the thing is like, what do these creatures want with them? What was that whole thing with the symbols? What is going on there? Should be interesting to see. So promising. I imagine that is probably going to be pretty good, just like the movie, just like the first season. So I'm interested in learning more about this. But yeah, like I said, the first, especially like with the movie, so many things happened, and it was so brutal and crazy that like this felt like a little bit of a break. So I imagine it's not going to last for long, but I'm excited to see what we have waiting for us with the next episodes. So that's going to do it for me. If there's anything I missed that you guys want to talk about or anything you want to bring up, as long as it doesn't spoil anything major, you can feel free to leave them in the comments down below. I hope you did enjoy my reaction and discussion for episode 1 and 2 of season 2 of Made in Abyss. Thank you for watching, and I hope to catch you next week for episodes 3 and 4. Until then, bye. Special shoutouts to my top tier patrons: Kiori Makoto, SM, Revealing Storm, Tequila Mockingbird, Asborn Kennedy, Harry Gazif, iCognito, Jared Fan, Joel Ustman, and Zoran Ether.